Take two. Okay, I've set up a simulated sink connection. I have the tailpiece hanging down right here. I'm out of the picture, but you should be able to see the pieces. The tailpiece hanging down as though it were from the sink, and this is the socket that would be in the wall. The first piece that's going to go on, and this piece has a male socket here, so it would need a coupling, but it gets placed on this pipe, and this white piece gets tightened. Now, it's not a bad idea to put some pipe thread compound on these threads and on the bottom of this. That will help seal it up. But it will go on like this. And this is adjustable as to height, and you'll soon see why. It's a handy thing to have. But you get it reasonably tight. Now in this case, we would have a coupling onto here. I don't know if the ones at your house have a male coupling or a female coupling at the bottom end, but I left you several couplings, so if it's a male, you can plug in a coupling so that it will accept a piece of pipe. What comes out of here, and this is adjustable as I said, you'll ultimately cut a piece of pipe the length from here to here, and you'll adjust this up and down so that this piece, this angle piece coming out of the back, is the same height as this. And it doesn't have to be exact because, again, this will adjust. But if you're off by a small amount. But the deal is you'll cut a piece that fits in here and fits in here, and you've got a little wiggle room. Then you give this thing, and notice this rotates, as does this. So you rotate this until it gets in line with the pipe coming out of the wall. Then you measure from end to end of the sockets, measure that distance, and add 1.25 inches. That accounts for the depth of the socket on both sides. And then you would detach the elbow from the trap, glue that piece into the elbow, and then a critical part is when you glue it into this piece in the wall, you want to put a level on the underside of this socket and make sure that it's not like this and it's not like this, that it's perfectly level from side to side. If it's not, the screws on this thread will not seal, and you'll be in the market for some more pipe. You'll be in the market for a whole new trap. Now, when you get this glued in correctly, put some pipe thread compound on these threads and then hook up the trap. With the pipe thread compound, it lessens the resistance to turning, and you'll probably be able to turn it tight enough to seal up the joint. Now, notice the geometry I've got here indicates that this is fairly close to this side. In the kitchen, you may not have that. Or even in the bathroom, you may not have that. One of the things I left you, especially in the kitchen, were several angled fittings. These two are a 1/16 of a circle, or 22.5 degrees. This one is 45, and this one is 60. If you've got a lot of distance between the pipe and that, as I've shown right there, you'll probably need to put an angle on here to aim the stem over to this. Now in a case like that, you'll have an angle coming out of this, and you'll be aiming this thing towards the angle, towards the piece coming off the angled piece. It's a little bit like a 3D puzzle, especially if you've got a long way out, but both of your fittings in the kitchen and the bathroom are coming straight out. Although I think in the kitchen it's going to be a little further over from the tailpiece than in the bathroom. In the kitchen also, you're going to have a garbage disposal, and that will have a piece coming down that has the same diameter as this, but I don't know exactly how that's going to come out. So you may need the angles in the kitchen. I think I left you 3 different angled pieces in the kitchen. It's a little bit like a 3D puzzle. Play with it first with what I call a dry fit, which is doing it without glue. Otherwise, if you glue it up, you're going to wind up throwing a lot of pieces away. The reason I've learned this was because I destroyed a lot of pipe and had to start over again several times. You don't really have to do that. But keep in mind you've got adjustability up and down this tailpiece by just loosening this white piece. And you've got adjustability on this by rotating it. This will get glued into here. This one will ultimately get glued via a piece into the back wall. I'm going to stop recording this, get it on YouTube, send it up to you. Feel free to ask me questions, and if you need a video consult when you're doing it, I'm pretty sure I can work that out as well. Good luck, talk to you soon. It was great to see you folks up there, and with any luck, we will talk to you soon. Adios, my friend.